In a small village surrounded by rivers and farmlands, there lived a man named Suresh, who was known as an ordinary person with an extraordinary habit of observing life carefully. He worked as a clerk in a nearby town and traveled every day by the same bus, sitting near the window, watching people get on and off, listening to their conversations and silently learning about human nature. Suresh believed that life tested people not through big events, but through small daily choices, and he tried his best to make the right choice even when no one was watching. One evening, while returning from work, he noticed a young boy cleaning the bus stops after the buses left, earning just enough to buy food for his family. And though many people passed by without noticing, Suresh began greeting the boy every day with kindness and respect. One rainy night, the bus broke down in the middle of a lonely road, and the passengers became angry and restless, blaming the driver and arguing among themselves. The rain grew heavier, and there was no shelter nearby. While others complained, Suresh stepped forward and calmly helped the driver call for help, shared his umbrella with an elderly woman, and encouraged others to stay patient. Slowly, the anger reduced, and people began helping one another, forming small groups, sharing snacks, and even laughing despite the situation. By the time another bus arrived, the passengers felt strangely connected, and many realized that one calm action had changed the entire mood. Days later, Suresh found a wallet on the road near the market filled with money and important documents. Though he was facing financial difficulties at home, he did not hesitate. He went shop to shop asking about the owner until he found a worried man searching desperately. When Suresh returned the wallet, the man offered him a reward, but Suresh politely refused, saying that doing the right thing was reward enough. The man, deeply touched, later spoke about Suresh's honesty to many people, though Suresh never came to know about it. As months passed, problems entered Suresh's life quietly. His father fell ill, medical expenses increased, and his job became uncertain when the company announced layoffs. Stress began to surround him, yet he continued his routine without bitterness, helping others when he could, and accepting his struggles with patience. One day, his manager called him into the office and informed him that while many employees were being let go, Suresh was being promoted because multiple people had spoken about his integrity, calm nature, and reliability, qualities that could not be taught but only practiced. Suresh realized then that the seeds he had planted through simple ethical choices had grown silently. Back in the village, people began turning to Suresh for advice, not because he was rich or powerful, but because he listened without judgment and spoke with honesty. When disputes arose, he reminded people that winning an argument was less important than preserving peace, and that shortcuts might give quick results, but always demanded a heavy price later. Even the young boy who cleaned the bus stop grew up watching Suresh's behavior, learning that dignity came not from money, but from values. Years later, when Suresh retired, he did not leave behind buildings or wealth, but something far more lasting. He left behind stories, trust, and a quiet example of how ethical living shapes not only one life, but many others connected to it. People remembered him not for loud achievements, but for steady goodness, understanding that ethics is not about grand speeches, but about choosing kindness, honesty, and responsibility every single day, even when life feels unfair.